onegaishimasu.
A little bit of loosening off. Going to side to side. Okay, into rotation. Okay, and into nice big waves through the spine. Okay, good. Nice deep breath in, stretching up. And drawing down. You're trying to lengthen through the spine. Keep the knees nice and flexible. And then really curling up through the spine. All the way up. And then reaching back up. It's nice and slow. One more. Good. Okay, up and over to the side. Side to the side. And again. Okay, good. Just rolling the hips. And the other way. Good. And squatting down. Good. Okay, just going side to side. hold one side. And the other side. Good. And coming down into the toes. And the other side. Good. Both feet straight. Stretching back to the knees. Good. Walking the hands straight forward. You stretch through the spine. Good. Let's go back up. Good. 1,000 to the other. And change. Okay, I think I've a little bit of that. Okay, the same distance, just bring the back heel off the ground. You're going to stretch down. Just the knee just above the ground. And nice and slow, changing sides. Good. Okay. Let's work the toes. Just coming up onto the toes. Let's hold it up. And then sink the body back down. Bring the toes up off the ground. And up. And down. Good. Just pressing the big toe up. Pressing the toes into the ground. And press the big toe. Raise the toes up. Good. And just working the blades of the feet. Side to side. Good. And that's just rolling through the ankles. And change side. Okay, good. Let's do some specific stretches. First for the shoulders, and then we'll go into the hips. So, first one, just coming from a kneeling position, just here. Okay, just work the hands back so the fingers pointing towards you. Here, and just pressing the weight of the body into the shoulders. If it's kind of comfortable, it's okay. Just start to slightly rock more weight into the body through the shoulders. So take the weight from the knees into the shoulders. Just letting the weight of the body press through the arms. Work in both directions. Okay, and then from here, just pull the body back a little bit And you're going to basically come onto the first knuckle on the hand, so just lifting the palms up off the ground. Pull the hands up and sink them down. See it? And then just one more time, just raising up. So most of the weight's back in the heels. And sink back down. Okay. Just do the same with the hands facing forward. Again, just pressing the weight of the body through the hands. Working in circles. And also both slightly, in this case, bending the elbows, so slightly lowering the body into the ground. And again, both ways. And again, just now coming into the first knuckle of the fingers. Elevate up and sinking down. And then just one more time, raising up. And then this is really for the wrist. Just keep one hand down, flat in the ground, and just play with the wrist, basically rolling it in circles. And really looking for a full kind of mobility in the wrist. So try to basically maximize the contact with the ground. You're basically working with the palm and the back side of the hand. And just working kind of soft circles. Also good for flexibility in the hand, but mostly in the shoulder, but mostly working with the wrist. Nice and mobile. So keep the shoulder, the elbow, everything's kind of loose. You can work in both directions. If you want to make this more difficult, just press more weight into the wrist so that it takes more of the weight. It becomes a little bit more tricky to keep the flexibility. Good. And then just change the side. One hand down. And just working with contact. Working both ways. And then the last one, you can do this depending on how it feels. You can keep one hand down, where basically I'm going to have the thumbs pointing towards and the fingers pointing out to the side. I'm basically going to press weight into the wrist. It's a little bit like applying a Nikyo to yourself with the ground. And you can do this either with one hand down and just pressing weight. You've got more control of your body. Or if it's kind of comfortable, the wrist strong enough, just come into both here and just gradually increase the weight into the wrist. Shouldn't feel painful, just really a stretch. Come back off it that way. Good. Okay, just shake the wrist out. Okay, good. So we'll just come into moving, we're working with the hips. What I want you to do is just lay flat back on the ground, here, the knees pointing up. You're just going to take the knees, it's nice, simple, just to either side, just to really loosen the hips up. The key is keep the shoulder blades in the ground and the head also if you can. And just really allow the hips to really flex side to side. Just nice and loose. I don't really want to hold the position. Just let the whole body really go side to side. Nice and loose. That's it, good. And then from this position, just create some space between the knees. And you're just going to take one side down into the ground. And in this case, just hold it, just to really stretch through the hip. And then just change sides. Just hold it for about 5-6 seconds. If you can reach the knee into the ground, if it's possible, whilst keeping the shoulder blades back in the ground. Just 5-6 seconds each side. Good. I guess it's a kind of strange one. You have one side up, And then you're going to place just the ankle onto the, just below the knee here. And then with the hands, what I want to do is take the thigh here. And you're going to press up, bring the leg in this way. This is really to stretch this side of the hip. Feel it in the back of the hip, hopefully. And again, just pull as far as is comfortable, really. Yeah, that didn't be too painful. That's it, and just slowly release it, and just change the side. Just kind of hook the foot on the knee, take the hands behind the thigh, and just pull it towards you. Good, and release it. And just come into a butterfly stretch. If you can with the palms together. If you're kind of super flexible, what you can also do is as if you're kind of bringing the palms of the feet up, the soles of the feet up, pointing up. Just gently bringing the knees down towards the ground. Good. Okay, release it. Bring the feet, both feet forward. Okay, really stretch up first, so create length through the spine, and then really feel you're dropping the chest towards the legs. Don't worry about touching the toes. This is more about folding the body, stretching all the way through the legs. Good. Okay, and then just come to one side, tuck the leg in, and you're just going to go sideways through the body. So just begin to open up the hip. And again, not really about touching the foot, but trying to draw the torso to the leg. In this case, it's the side of the torso. That's it. Nice and slowly release it. Let's come into the other side. Tuck the leg in. This is really about using a sideways movement with the body. Okay, good. Okay, just come to this position. You're basically in a sit position. Just here. You're just going to take both legs down to the ground. Basically, where you want to end up is a kind of 90. It's kind of a 90-90 position. It's called 90-90. So draw the feet up. The feet are quite wide, and just drop the knee in this way. Use the hands as a support if you need to, or you can do this without the hands. A little bit harder on the hips, but if you can, just try both. Using the hands as a support, and just trying to create mobility with the hips. A bit wider. Especially the back hip, trying to open this out. Good. Okay, just take it to one side. What you're going to do now, I want you to just try and lift the back leg up off the ground, just a couple of centimeters, a couple of inches. And actually, it doesn't matter if you lift it off the ground or not, but it's just the intention to kind of raise it. So you just want to start to activate there. Here, you'll feel it just here in the hip. So just hold it, release it. Just a couple of seconds. So a couple of inches in a couple of seconds, not too much, just 3 times. And release it, and then just come to the other side. It's just more about activating the muscles than actually lifting it off the ground. But if you can lift it, it's good. And one more. Okay, let's come back into this position. Just shake the legs out. Good. And we're just going to Sumukemi. So we're going to do about 50. Just use the hands. Bring the body back, and really using the contact with the ground, with the hands, Keep the breath really flowing. Try and really use the momentum in the legs. Kind of cycle through the movement. Okay, about 10 more, I think. I forgot to count. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. There we go. Super, super, super. Okay, so just come in now. Just shake the body out a little bit. Shake the legs. Good. Okay, just take a jump. We'll do a little bit of Suburi work. A bit limited with the space. We're just going to work on some ski movements. So we'll just work on the first 3 Suburi. So just the first Suburi coming through and thrusting through here. And then just really working on the connection with the ground. The hands and really pressing weight into the ground. That's okay, good. This is more of a kind of feeling thing than a technical thing. Just get this feeling that basically the center's pressing into the jaw. So there's really a sense of pressing through the center here. In this case, the center being, what I don't happen is the center's kind of static and then kind of pushes through. But just imagine that the center's really going to kind of find a path into the ground this way. So it's going to kind of press through the jaw and then find the ground here. So think of the path to the ground as that kind of direct. So it's in this way. So there's really a feeling of kind of pressing into the ground, pressing through the jaw this way. Just get a sense of locate the center and then really feel that it is pressing in this way, in this kind of way. That's it. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Good. Nice. Okay, so also experiment with this on the other side. We don't really do this so much, but in this case, right side forward, right hand on the jaw, and now the left hand's going to slide in, and you thrust through this way. So just look for it. Feels totally weird. Really not used to doing it. But it's totally the same. Oh, missed it. And just work on the same kind of feeling, really coordinating hands and feet. That's good. Nice. And we'll take it into number 2. So again, look at this very similar feeling. The center just pressing through straight into the ground this way. Again, it's almost the feeling of the center pressing into the jaw this way. It's really trying to generate weight through the strike. Good. Okay, just watch one thing in this case. What I don't happen is for the jaw to be static and then the body kind of coming in. It's not necessarily wrong, and sometimes we kind of teach beginners this way, so just to get the kind of coordination on it. Once you've got this kind of coordination, you know where the hand's going and the body's coming in this way. Try and get a sense that everything's going to move at the same time, so the jaw's coming into movement straight away. So rather than the jaw being static and the body kind of moving around it, have the sense that as soon as you go, everything moves with it. So in this case, the jaw's going to start to move straight away. Yeah, just play with this. And also try this on the right side as well. So this is a really nice movement. That's nice. Okay, good. We'll do one move that's not actually in this Suburi set, but it's another kind of ski that you can do from this position. So in this case, the thumb comes up a little bit like how you do the Ushido ski, but it's just straight to the front. So in this case, again, the same feeling, pressing the center in, and then just coming up this way. This is coming up with a high ski. So this case is here, and pressing it. Again, looking for the same feeling, and also trying to preserve this idea of it being a ski, or from the basic work, is the sense of arcing through the system. This way. A slight change in the coordination in this case. Just look for this move now. This is a kind of Jodan ski. Do a few combinations with this. Imagine these are kind of variations on these awase work that we do against the ski. So in this case, this is using this move from a slightly different position. What you've got is a ski come into the knee. So you're basically gonna just enough space. You're gonna wedge off to the back this way with the left foot. And then from this position, I want to basically parry through the gel and then ski straight up into the body this way. So a little bit this, well, the beginning in this case is the third kumijo. So it's coming back this way. And then from here, you're just going to press straight in, straight through with this high ski. So the idea is to block the thrust, but also take it off the line this way. Open the line up and make the second strike. So you now do this in two, come to 1, 2. Again, just focusing on this idea of weight and the center pressing through the gel. This way. Let's try it. This now goes into the form for the third kumijo. So coming off to the side here, and now what you're going to do, you've got another thrust coming through. So before I can basically cover this gap in the movement, the opponent's coming in again. So you've got this defending against the knee, and then you basically got a ski coming into the chest here. So You roll to the side and press down through here. Find the center line and then thrust it back. So just do this nice and slow. It's in 3 moves. So here, 1, 2, really onto the center line, and then 3, pressing through this way. This is kind of the original form for the Kumujo you'll see in the old books. 1, nice and direct. 2, I want to slam through the gel, clear the line, and then just press through with the ski. Nice 3 movements. 1, 2, 3. Really needs the whole weight of the body to press through it. 1, 2, 3. 1. Good. Okay, good. We'll just finish with a little bit of Zengo ski with the gel. Just coming here, rolling to the back. Yeah, and again, really focusing on the compressions in the feet, pressing the center down into the ground and through the gel. Good. Okay, so we've got some taijutsu work. So we'll just look at a few forms. So there's 3 of these we'll look at. These are basically done from a Ryotadori grip. So 2 grabs to the wrist, and these are really stretching exercises. So sometimes we do this at the beginning of classes, especially in the winter when it's cold. But in this case, this is a bit like a tenchinage, the first one. So you slide out to the side and then come through here in this position. And my idea in this one is not to kind of throw the person down, but it's actually to support them. So they also practice a sense of coiling through the back this way. So you're basically going to place the hips in a way you're going to support the person. So just play with this, basically the same idea from the Joe work, pressing through the center, pressing through here. Nice, solid, stable position with the extension. In this case, just do these both sides. So it's coming out to the side and then through, just as a kind of support. Really similar to tenchinage. Down to the side, moving through. Okay, good. And then the second one deals with a rotation. So this is like a Kokyu nage, another one. You're coiling here and then coiling here. And again, my idea with this, my intention is to really solidify the hips and really kind of create a support for the person. They're also used for kind of backward stretches as well. So in this case, you're going to coil this hand in and let this hand rise up this way. Just coiling in this way and then coiling out to the back. Again, nice strong extension. Nice clear grounding. Coiling in one way, up and over to the back. This way. Nice and wide in the shoulders. Nice. Good. And then the next one deals with a full rotation. So it's a little bit like a Shihonai Ura. Work from again, Rio Tedori, grab. And then what you're going to do is roll from the front foot here. In this case, find the extension here, coil through from the foot here, and then continue the rotation all the way over. And then again, you find this position. So using both hands, really stretching out to the back this way. And again, it's really to create a support for the person. So you're going to just find this position, coil in. Again, really focusing on the center, pressing through the ground, coil through here, and then into this position here. So really using the legs as well to do it. So coil in all the way to the back, and then down this way. It's a similar movement to Shihonai, different kind of intention. So. Nice. Nice. Okay, and then just try this. You can basically partner them up. You do left side, right side, and you do all six. So you do three techniques basically. So you've got the right side first, coming through here this way, and then coming back the left side through this way, coming back right side through this way, like a Kokyu nage. This way into the left side, coiling through this way, back into the right side, so like a Shihonai. This way, and then left side. Through. You basically got 6 movements like this. You basically link them all together. Yeah, good.
Sorry, Michael, I missed it. My father was talking to me.
In this case, just look at these two. So you've got these 3 movements. You're basically going to do do all 3 on both sides. So you've got this one going through like a tenchinage on both sides, left and right. This way. You got this one, the Kokyu nage. This way. and then changing side. This way. And then you've got the one that's like a shihonage order. Back. And then left side. This way. Got it. Bless you. Good. Okay, good. So we'll look at some movements that are from the Shiro Waza. So in this case, it's a really basic move. You start basically the person's behind and grabbing the wrist, both wrists to the side. This is for a basic. There's obviously different ways to grab where you're kind of pulling the arms back or pulling them together. In terms of the basic, they're just kind of, the hands are basically at the side here. So the first thing that I want you to do is really try and have the sensation of grounding through the hands and sinking the whole weight of the body down. So everything's just going to kind of sink back. Now from here, you're going to slide the hips in and roll into the forearms this way with the hands. And now from here, there's different ways to do this. We'll look at the first one, pressing into the back foot, and you're just going to rotate over this way and find this. This is just really a kind of Kokyu exercise. So you're going to slide in. If the left foot's forward, you're going to slide out to the right side. Here, and really look for the Kokyu here. And in this case, really using the lower body, but using the legs to find the movement. It's a nice Kokyu movement. So really sliding the hips back, find the forearms, and coil out, full extension this way. Slide in, coil out this way. That's it. That's it. Okay, good. Yeah, so you get the similar kind of pattern of moving. So try and avoid, in this case, coming to this position, and then from here, going with the hands first, and then kind of come in the body. If I do this with a partner who's grabbing really strong, if I start in the hands, basically everything lifts up, comes into this position. So have the feeling you're really going to work from the lower body. So have the sense that the lower body creates the rotation, and then come in here. A little bit like when you do these kind of movements, Zengo, Giri, all this kind of stuff. But keep the body really spiraling downwards into the ground, and let the handwork follow the hips. So the hips go, the hands follow this way. So really try and make this kind of whole body. Okay, good. So that movement forms all the basics for most of the techniques from here. We'll go into one where you're basically being grabbed katadori, so shidori or kata. So in this case, I can't use the arms in this way. So what I do in this case is slide across. So in this case, the right foot's forward, the right foot is forward. What I'm going to do is slide out to the left side this way, just a little bit. And the idea is to kind of slide across the body. And then as I do it, what I'm going to do is find extension with the hands. I'm going to come into this position here. This is really to get around the grip. So this is also a nice movement to do just for kind of Kokyu work. So grabbed here, slide out to the side this way. And then what you can do is a big movement with the body. Bring the back leg through and cut the body through here. And in this case, you come into a 2 strikes with the atemi work, but just really focusing on the body work in this case. Sliding across, really bringing the hands out to this position here, and then coiling the body back and come to this position. This is where I basically end up in the back of the person. You can go for an ikyo, all these kind of movements. So again, just work this both sides. The key is really, again, the extension. Sinking the body down. Sinking the body down. Nice big steps with the body. This way. You slide across. Step. There. This way. That's it.
You don't make a step at the first movement, but you only slide outward?
Yeah, you can make a step with for different techniques. So there are some techniques where you kind of take a step across the backside. In this case, coming into a kind of kokyu nage through the back this way. For this one, just basically slide it. If you imagine the person is in the same hanmi, so they've got the right foot forward as well. So what you're going to do is just slide across the front of the person, raise the hands up, and then slide through the back this way. So there are some variations where you will. Nice. Okay, good. And we'll just finish with this one. This is basically working with a kinonagari. It might be a bit tricky to kind of understand, but in this case, you've got the person coming from the front. They're going to take with a kind of shonichi and then come around and take the shoulders this way. So what I want to do is kind of catch them in that motion. So in this case, they're approaching from the front. I want their hand to come up, rise up, and then I'm going to use this kind of rolling through to the back and then stepping back here. And I really want to draw the body back with it. So the lead shoulder is going to rise up this way. And then I'm going to circle, 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 and press the body back this way, and then draw back this way. So this is a really kind of wave motion. I try and show it fluidly. This. So you've got a kind of really a big wave through the spine. The whole body moves. It's a very flexible movement, but really grounded in the lower body. This is really to draw them out. It's got a much more flexible quality than the basic. Around this way.
Is this an uchi entry under their arm?
No, because they're actually you do go under the arm, but you're not kind of passing it through the front. So it's got a kind of different quality because what you're doing is rolling underneath the arm this way. So it's got a slightly different quality. Try and find a video later. This is this is tricky. Okay, good. I'll try to show it a few times. Don't worry too much about the kind of technical quality of it. Just look at the kind of quality of the body. So what you want to look for is a sense of really rolling through the body this way. So it's got a sense of really entering through and rolling through this way. So just don't worry so much about the angles or what's happening. Just focus on the kind of extension, spiraling, and drawing through. Just look at a kind of really fluid quality to it. It's this. This. Yeah, so. Yeah, good. That's it. That's it. Good. Yeah, nice. Very good. Very good. Okie dokie. Good. We'll stop there. I'll try and find a video of this later. I don't know if we've got one, but I'll try and find something. We must have one somewhere. Okay. Domo, arigato.